Morning, friends. So I'm a little later than I wanted to be this morning. I have a meeting at 10. I wanted to get on here around 9, but I was sitting at my little postman's office waiting for him to open at 9. He, at 9:10, still wasn't there. So I didn't get to mail my stuff today. I'll have to mail it after my 10 o'clock. But I promised you guys that I would come on here more often live so that you can watch me do things, see how things are done the way I do them. That's not the one all be all, but at least it's something to kind of give you a guide, see if it's something that you want to try, something that you like, or just have questions. So what I'm going to do today, I'm just going to do a really quick eyeshadow. I have foundation, blush, and eyebrows done. That's it. That's all I kind of really had time for this morning, even though my kids woke up at 4:30. And when I say woke up, like laughing, giggling, talking to each other, rambunctious at 4:30. So needless to say, we've been up for half a day right now. I'm ready for bed already. But so what I'm gonna do is, like I said before, was never a big cream shadow person. I love them now. I love the versatility of them. You can use them as lipstick. You could use them as blush. You could use them as cream shadow. They're a little bit more versatile, I feel like, than the pressed shadows. But the pressed shadows, I mean, the colors in there are so beautiful. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a combo between the two. That way you have an idea of kind of what they all look like. And I hope we've got a good sense of what they'll look like with this lighting and mirror. What I'm using right now is the Moodstruck Eye Primer. So what this does, it's just like the face primer. So it gives a barrier between your eye and the makeup. Also helps the makeup stay on all day. Just same as your foundation, same as the primer you're putting on your face. The other thing that I feel like it does, and I'll post a picture below, is it makes the colors of your eyeshadows so much more vibrant. I feel like they are like double the shade of what you think they would be from the palette to your eyes when you're using the eye primer. So the colors that I'm going to use, that's my eyeliner. This one is Mysterious. So it's a maroon, I would say metallic, but it's not super sparkly. It's a cross between a matte and a metallic, I feel like. Or I guess it's a metallic, not a shimmer. So it's not too shimmer. But what it's going to be is it's a maroon color. So for all of my Aggie girls, this is a love. Love, love. Every Aggie in their life needs this. I even wore maroon today to match it. It doesn't look as maroon. It looks kind of copper with the lighting, but it's maroon. And then that's the cream shadow. And then the other two that I'm going to use today are in the pressed shadow. So it's the color Optimistic, which is a light white color, and Antsy, which is a champagne. And both of these are shimmers. I love me a good shimmer. So these two are the shimmers. This one's more metallic, not shimmer, but has a little bit of glisten to it. So what I'm going to use is cream shadow brush. So when you're using the cream shadows, you want a brush that's a little bit more densely packed. That way you've got the ability to pick up that cream shadow. So this one it's not too thick, but it's pretty densely packed. So what I'm going to do is just kind of get cream shadow on both sides. What you do to start out first is you make a 7 in the corner of your eye. And listen, if you do things differently and you do eyeshadow differently, this is not the one-all be-all. This is what works for me. I did not start wearing eyeshadow until I started to even sell Younique. So I had an eyeshadow that I bought in New York in 2006. And I still had that one eyeshadow, it was brown, whenever I had my makeover from Younique. So 11 years, I had one eyeshadow. That's all I did. So, I mean, I wore it like if somebody else put it on my face and it was somebody else's makeup, I wore it. But as far as a day-to-day, did not happen. Did not happen. Now I love it and match it to my outfits every day. But, okay, so what I'm going to do is just kind of go up and make a 7. I go halfway through, kind of right where that arch is. I think I went a little bit further because I'm trying to do it on my phone. And don't worry about how bold this looks, because just like everything else I talk about every day, we're going to blend it. So this is kind of, I call it a half moon. It's a little bigger than a 7 today. So you kind of go to the eyelid and then you just fill in this corner. That corner is going to give you a little bit of dimension to your eye. That's all it is. I know it looks ridiculous. Trust me, it won't look this ridiculous once we blend it out. So it gives a little bit of dimension to your face. I don't go too far above. That's just my personal preference. I might get a little bit more ballsy as time goes on, but right now I just keep it right there, kind of in the crease, maybe a little bit above the crease. And like I said, this color that I'm using is Mysterious, and it is maroon. So if you are an Aggie, you need a maroon, this is it. Okay. So like I said again, that's 7, or in my case today, half moon. There we go. Get it in the corner. And a lot of times whenever, I usually do my eyeshadow first. So whenever I'm moving stuff around right here, I'm gonna put some concealer here to conceal anything that's outside of what I feel like is normal. So don't feel like you have, you know, too much, too little. You've got the ability to fix it once it's all done. So don't freak out, especially whenever you're putting on the rest of your makeup. Granted, today I already have the rest of my makeup on, so it's a little bit different. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here is, I'm just gonna blend this out. This is our new blending brush. It's not densely packed, it's super flexible. And all I'm doing is really just kind of blending out the lines so that it's not so blatant and bold. I still wanna keep that bolder color on, but the lines I'm blending out. See, so we're blending out. So that was the cream shadow. It's the only cream shadow I'm gonna use. The other two, like I mentioned, are gonna be the pressed shadows. So this is Optimistic, it's a white shimmer. This is Antsy, it's a champagne shimmer. And with this one, I'm gonna use just, no, not that one, just a normal, I never even had a brush like this. Like I had the little compact thing like this that came in the eyeshadow, that's all I ever had. So I'm gonna put the Antsy, which is kind of the little bit darker color, right there in the middle. And I'm really just gonna pat it on. You don't really wanna like smear it across your eye. You just wanna pat it on. Because our colors are pretty pigmented. So a little bit of that color is gonna go a super long way. And it's also gonna stay on all day because of that eye primer that you used. So you've got the ability to keep it on all day. So you want it to look good. Okay, so what I have now is Mysterious cream shadow in the creases and corners, Antsy shimmer press shadow in the middle. And then we're gonna move to the corners and really just kind of make it that lighter color. So it's really kind of a transition, darker, lighter, lightest. You want the lightest on the inside corner of your eye. The reason for that is it's gonna open up your eyes, make your eyes a little bit brighter. I know a lot of my ladies on here that are in that 50 plus, they say that once you hit 50, you shouldn't shimmer. I don't agree with that. You can shimmer all you want. There we go. So do we see what this looks like? I now have a little bit of a weakness. And these blending brushes, no matter how much or how little you put on, they're gonna blend it out. So you've got the ability to say, okay, I'm gonna put on a bunch and I'm gonna blend it out to be a little. If you put on just a little and you just want the colors to blend together, that's what this brush is for. You just do little circles like this, blend it all together, you're done. Okay, one other thing for cream shadow is, this is the Magnificent color. That is the color that I now use for my eyeliner. Like I said before, I was a liquid eyeliner person forever. But this is easier to put on. It stays, it goes nowhere. And I am in love with it. So this is black, like it's black, 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 and matte. So there's no shimmer to this. It's just a matte black color. Let me put this on. I'm not as good to put on that as a phone. And with the liquid eyeliner, you have to have a little bit more precise lines or hand, I guess, so that your line isn't so crazy. With the cream shadow, I feel like you've got a little bit more room for error. So there we go. That's it. So, and that's a cream shadow. It'll stay on all day, especially with the eye primer. It's not gonna go anywhere. And it's really easy to come off too. So it's not like an eyeliner that you've got to scrub, scrub, scrub to get off. These stay on and come off with normal, you know, if you wash your face with soap and water, if you use a more strict regimen, they're gonna come off regardless. All right, second eye. And then I'm gonna show you guys what one eye mascara versus no mascara looks like for me. Oops. See, I made that line a little too dark, or a little too big. That's okay. Nothing a little primer won't get rid of. And you can, with eyeliner, you can bring it all the way to the corner. I prefer that. Some people stop it halfway to give their eyes a little bit more open feeling. You can really do either one. It's up to your personal preference. That's what I love about makeup is whatever makes you feel fancy, you do it. Okay, and then this is the One Step Epic. And it's my new tube that I opened Monday, the Good Monday. My other one was just getting a little bit too much. Look, you can see up my nose. Sorry, guys. I'm not big on eyeliner under my eye unless I'm going out. So for everyday use, like, look at the difference. No eyeliner, no mascara. I wear mascara on the bottom lashes, but just not a lot of eyeliner. What I do a lot of times is I'll take that cream shadow, whatever the darker color shadow is that I'm using, and I'll bring it under my eyes. So I'll take this Majestic color and I can just kind of color in there to kind of bring that whole thing full circle so it goes around and down. I'll do that just to give a little bit of dimension to the bottom of my eye. But that's really just personal preference. It's up to you on whether you like to wear a lot of eyeliner. I just never have been a big eyeliner person. So I do what makes my eyes look a little bit bigger. And I just got that all over my face. There you go. So that's my really quick eye using both pressed shadows, cream shadows. If you guys have any questions on colors that you think you need help on matching, whether it be pressed shadows or cream shadows, I can help you guys. So what we used, this is the color Mysterious. So it's a metallic maroon. And then the pressed shadows we used, Optimistic, this one, the light white, and Antsy, which is the champagne color. The other thing I'm gonna put on, this is our little lip powders that I showed a little bit earlier this week. I love these. Caroline loves these. She asked me today if she could wear it to school. No, honey. You can't wear something this bold to school. Your teacher would look at me like I was crazy. So I let her wear a lip bonbon. So basically it's a powder that as soon as it hits your lips turns into a creamy lipstick. For me, these have stayed all day. I've had to touch up my watermark, which I would have to with any lipstick I wear. The one thing I would suggest with these though is if you put this on, do a lip exfoliator beforehand, because I feel like it shows any imperfections or dry lips that you have. So if you do have some dry lips, make sure that you exfoliate before, whether it be, you know, with the lip exfoliator or the exfoliating mask or anything that's gonna give you a little bit of a, not have texture on your lips. But that's my quick eye, quick lips. If you guys have questions, let me know. Have a good, what is it today? Wednesday.